What is going on, family? No, your eyes are not playing tricks on you today. Johnny is not in black today. I'm actually in my blue death metal hoodie today. So yes, a very rare occasion, but it is Angelina Jordan's birthday, and the Angels thought that it would be a great idea for us to try to do something in celebration of that. So in honor of her birthday today, which happy birthday to her, shout out to her and everybody from her team, from everybody at the Foxtrot family. We thought it would be a good idea to try to check out this documentary, The 10 Years in the Making. So let's go ahead and jump right into it.
And that moment of performing for the first time on stage, I was like, I knew that my music was bigger than myself. This one clip just went viral of Gloomy Sunday, and everything really changed in a way that I never expected it. At some point, I just couldn't go to school because, I had people from LA flying to my school to they were just curious. They were like, is this girl real? She's just 7 years old. I could not do it without them. You're not only family, but they know you deep down inside like no other. And so it's so important that is in the right place. What you're doing to me. It's not only about creating music, it's just your identity, your style, everything. And with the support they've been giving me, and I want them to always be my shield.
We talk about that a few times, I think, on the channel, really just in talk about this artist in general, about how how easily and how difficult it is for you to try to really express your vision and who you really want to project as the artist that you want to be. And we've had a few discussions back and forth, especially about Angelina Jordan, about kind of a little bit of just kind of where I stand on that, just the idea of that, right? So that's cool that she's talking about that here, basically kind of more or less what you guys were all saying, basically oh yeah, you shouldn't have to worry, she has a good team, her family around her really does support her that way. And you could kind of see that, and she even said that where you need a group of people around you, however you form that make that team, whether that's family members, friends, partners, whatever it is, right? That group is really, really important, that everybody is on the same page, and that the vision is all for the benefit of what the common goal is, right? And so obviously when it comes to Angelina Jordan and her music and that outlet that way is the ultimate goal, right? Is how do we control that? How do we project that the way that we want to project it? She talked about her image and how she looks and how she portrays herself, right? And that, again, that's another one of those things where there's going to be a million people that would tell her, she even said, people were flying out from Los Angeles, when she was 7 years old, to come talk to her, and everybody's going to have an opinion, and everybody is going to go this way, go that way. If you did things this way, this is what would happen. And it's not all of it that they're wrong. You know what I mean? They are going to have ideas that do work, and ideas that they can prove that this will happen, right? But it's really about, again, protecting the art, right? Is like, music is one of those things where like it's like one of the very few art forms that gets like molded, like where somebody will try to mold what you want to put out there, you know what I mean? And people will try to like shape that, versus like any other art form, it's not that way, you know what I mean? Like there's nobody like leaning over your shoulder that says, hey, like what if you painted it like that, or what if you like put it out, painted it and showed it this way, you know what I mean? Like it's like just a whole different thing. But the music industry is there's so much more than just the idea of just the music itself, right? Like there's very little music that will like reach the masses that just strictly off of like the fact that it's great, right? And I think even Angelina Jordan is kind of a testament of that, of like, I don't think that she's as widely known and as popular as I think everybody probably watching this video would probably think that she was, right? And that she doesn't get enough recognition and credit because, like, you know, we all are on the same page where it's like, wow, like she is like a once in a lifetime kind of talent that way. And like, how can everybody not see that? But people do see that, and people are trying to have tried to take advantage of those things and have tried to mold and push in a direction. But it looks like, and it seems that like she has always been in control of what she wants to do. And that's all that I've ever really cared about, right? Is like, I always want the artist to never feel pressured to like just do to create and do what they're looking for. You know what I mean? Like the team around you should be able to help you come up with ideas to ways to promote it and the ways to like push it and sell it. That shouldn't have to be all on the artist, but not everybody is lucky enough to have those teams. You know what I mean? So that's why I started my channel in the first place, right? Was to try to like help support those artists that didn't have that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That didn't have a great team around them that way. So luckily, I've come across a bunch of great communities that have, you know, great fan bases and great teams around them, like through and through. So, like, I guess, like, you know, when you try to find some of those things, that you end up finding them. So, it's great, and I'm glad that you guys have welcomed me into the Angel community, period. So, I'm happy to be here and happy to check this out. And we're only like 2.5 minutes into the video, and I thought we like had watched way more.
And we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. If an old friend I know.
When I first found out what music was at the age of like 1.5, it was just like something that I just couldn't get enough of. So I don't know, I felt like it really came to me more than anything else. And I mean, ever since I discovered like the different genres and everything, I was just like, I was obsessed. I just couldn't get enough. I think it's an honor to be compared to like those legendary artists like Adele and Amy Winehouse. I truly look up to them with, for example, how, you know, Adele hasn't really been changing anything with how she is. And I think that inspires me a lot.
So much. Still I need your love.
So we're on the way to Westgate. I'm having my first ever Vegas show tonight, and I am beyond honored and excited. And we're about to go to do a sound check, and then I have a meet and greet, and hair and makeup got to be done, and then show. It's not that I get nervous, it's more of that excitement, like that that moment that you're just like waiting for, like starting the show and seeing all the beautiful people coming from all around the world. So it's more of like that waiting feeling, like, oh my God, I'm so ready. And just, I've had a lot of preparation, so I feel super ready.
And we are about to see your big poster, Angelina.
Oh my God.
What did it feel like when you saw it
Oh
for the first
my
time?
gosh, I was so surprised. It was so funny I'm like, oh, that's me. No, it was amazing. I feel really humbled, and now I'm just so happy to have my first ever Vegas show. It's truly an honor. It's gonna come now. Oh, there it is. That is so. That's so cool. I mean, everything that Elvis has done, it just inspires me so much, from his style, his music. I've done so many. What I tend to do is I love doing my own renditions of cover songs.
Let's get the cover song. 1, 2, 3. Drums will need more bass. Make some noise for Jay Flat on saxophone, ladies and gentlemen.
It's kind of crazy when you really think about like the fact that like it took this many years, like, and she's this old before she played like in Vegas. You know what I mean? Like, again, going back to the fact that they were trying since 7 years old to get her like signed, whatever they were gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, get her signed and out there doing concert shows, whatever, residencies, whatever they were thinking. The fact that she was like this old doing the first time in Vegas is pretty wild, honestly, when you think about it. So it really shows right there that, like, I don't think they had anything to do with the fact that, like, people probably didn't offer it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like the opportunity wasn't there. It was really about, like, when she wanted to do it. So I think that's really dope that's how it turned out. Her talking about, like, Elvis being like Elvis being a big inspiration to her makes a lot of sense. And the fact of them doing like Elvis stuff with Vegas, because like obviously Elvis and Vegas are very like tied together, especially during a time period, for sure. If you know anything about the King, if you will. But yeah, shout out to Elvis, I guess, who's alive out there somewhere, right? Like, yeah, somebody mentioned that in like one of the live streams the other day about how like I saw Elvis the other day at the grocery store or some shit like that. I'm like, man, I haven't heard somebody say that in a while. But yeah, like the joke that like he was like still alive and never would die. But yeah, it's cool just like to see like the experience of like the preparation for the show this way. Like we've watched this, I think, on the channel with a couple other artists, when they've had like videos like this where they had like the kind of like the day leading to the big event. So it's really cool, and just to get like her like thoughts on the process, like kind of leading up to it, I think is also really cool.
Come on, hit me on the horn. Are you guys hearing it? So.
Oh my God.
All right. Is that good? Drum bell, is that good? Okay. Drummer is okay.
There isn't 1 second that I'm not listening to music, but
Facts,
it really
yo.
comes to me all the time, because I do write in my journal every day about like everything happening in life and just people that I meet, experiences. I mean, I've been traveling the whole world. When I'm at the piano, I'll read through these stuff and I really get inspired.
Bring it on, my heart is strong. There's nothing I won't do.
And this proves it. When I first saw her on I forgot what I saw her on, I was like, wow, this girl's going to be something when she grows up, and I just followed her ever since.
I've been following her for 3 years now, and I'm addicted. So I guess I'm a groupie.
So I actually told my boss that I'm moving today, which I moved last week. I took off work for this, and nobody knows I'm here. My family doesn't know. My work doesn't know. I skipped and literally just, I lied to come to this.
That's awesome.
I told you now I'm about to show you, so turn off the lights.
I don't know what song this is, but I feel like this should be my next reaction, yo. I don't know what it sounds like. It sounds fire.
This is, of course, Abbey Road from the Beatles. So we have Billie Holiday, her main influence, Elvis, Angelina in the third position. Paul McCartney was barefoot in the Abbey Road crossing, and then Grandma Mary.
What attention to detail in the design, yo.
We are from New York City, and we are so excited to see Angelina perform. We love you. You are amazing.
And an inspiration to all. Beautiful person,
Sold out.
and sold out show.
That's a pretty fire tattoo, yo.
When do you get this tattoo?
Brazil. South Brazil.
Shit, that shit's fire, man. That's smooth as
Wow,
fuck.
and you too?
My wife.
Are you as big of a fan?
Cause no, you know me, at least that's how I feel. I'm trying to pull you closer to me, but it's just like trying to catch smoke. Love, I really wish you had a face. Maybe I could beg for you to stay.
I don't know that song either. That song sounded a little bop, too. Okay, normally I don't talk about like what people wear and stuff like that, but for the sake of this documentary and for the sake of this event, I'm gonna bring it up this time. The first show in Vegas, like the dress, like the whole thing with Elvis and all that, like we talked about all that already. She nailed it, yo. That's a fire outfit. When she first came out there, I was like, that's the ode you were looking for, right? Like you killed it. You know what I mean? Like if you were looking to hit that, like that's what you hit, yo. So, you know, shout out to like the design on that, I guess. I don't know how you'd say it. But yeah, that shit's fire, man. Like I think that's like screams Vegas. It screams like first show in Vegas type shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I think that like, yeah, fire through and through.
Bang, bang, you shut me down, bang, bang, you hit the ground, bang, bang, that
The little extra guitar chords on there, fire.
is the truth.
The room is like so sobering. You know what I mean? Like everybody's just like locked in. got the costume change to a more traditional, like what I would think is a more traditional Angelina Jordan look. Fire too, by the way. Now she looks like she's comfortable. And gone. Encore, maybe? That was for like the encore? I could see that.
If I go far from home, I still know I'm not alone. You're wherever I'll be, 'cause I carry you with me. If the sky gets too dark, I just look for my North Star. Finding you is easy, 'cause I carry you with me. Ain't no mountain high that I'm not gonna climb. No river is too wide, valley too low. The places that I go, fire and rain, keep throwing on my way. I know how much I can take. I get stronger from the pain. Fire and rain.
Where should I sign it?
It's up to you. Find a name that you, Captain G from the down in the shoulder.
I think she should sign all the way across the top. She's at the
You
top.
are tall.
Oh.
Above all the rest.
Like here?
Whatever works for you, you can do that.
Make sure my dress doesn't
Very good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Or something like that.
Thank you.
Oh my god, what an honor. Thank you so
Ain't no
much.
mountain high that I'm not gonna climb. No river is too wide, valley too low. The places that I go.
Rest your voice.
Yes.
You got a few folks to meet downstairs too.
Yes, I know.
Feeling we couldn't have it we oughta been the thief who have my heart inside but you played it when I beat it. Oh, did it? Spin it. Yeah, so I'm gonna just spin it over there.
Looking back through the 10 years of my career, I am just so grateful for my loyal fans who have been supporting me since day one and given all the love and support that has made me never ever want to stop. And not only stop with what I love, but never stop with what I'm dreaming of, and to write more music and to have the ability and a voice for others to inspire. I mean, that to me is a gift that I will forever be so grateful of. But I also want to say that each and every one of you inspire me to be the best version of myself.
And are the words I love you.
I think that was really beautifully put and really well said right there at the end. And maybe just think about how, like, the fact that, like, I feel like there's probably, like, she, like, really does mean that. You know what I mean? Where when I think about, like, when I first, like, discovered, like, Angelina Jordan, period, and, like, the angel community showed up on my channel, and, like, I've had moments on reaction videos where I was like, everybody should have dumped me, man, where they would never come back, you know what I mean? But you guys have been, like, very patient, you guys have been very forgiving, and you guys have been very understanding all at the same time. So I feel like there's a lot of love within this community, and that's one of the things that I've really enjoyed about just, you know, trying to support Angelina Jordan, period, on my channel, and just getting to know her music more and enjoying it that way, is that the fact that is the biggest part is the community. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that, like, you know, I feel like I've made mistakes with other artists too, but I feel like I've made, like, some bigger ones, I think, sometimes, where I'm like, I just wasn't myself in a moment, and I said things that I regretted in a moment, in a reaction. But you guys, like, you know, like, forgave me for that and understood that maybe I was just going through a hard time and all that. And I think that's just a true testament of the kind of people that kind of are involved with this community and support Angelina Jordan this way. So like I said, I believe that she means that, man, because you guys are different that way. You guys are very supportive. You guys are very like understanding, and you guys, I feel like, see it, like you come at it from like a perspective of like trying to help like build her up in a good and pure way, if that makes any sense. So shout out to everybody in the Angel community. Thanks for checking out this video today, and just being here, hanging out with me. So that's all I got for you guys on this one. I appreciate you guys. Be kind to a stranger today. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't, join the Foxtrot family. There's always room for you.